everyone, and welcome to Caesar Flickerman's show. I'm so excited to be back again this year to talk about the Hunger Games. Now, we have received some very wonderful news. The game makers have released their rankings and evaluations of all the tributes this year. Now, for those of you unfamiliar, they've been given a score out of 12, and the game makers have also given reasoning behind their score. Now, these have not been seen by anyone's eyes other than the game makers, so I will be discovering it along with you and giving my own opinions on some of the tributes this year. Are you excited? I am! Let's start with District 1! The first tribute from District 1 is Matthew Super. Here's what the game makers had to say. Matthew is the first ever tribute from District 1 not to have volunteered. Despite his seeming reluctance to be a part of the games, his impressive stature, acceptable speed, and close relationship with his fellow tribute Rosemary may earn him an advantage, at least in the beginning of the games. He's shown definite strength, but he hasn't proven the best marksman, perhaps due to his poor eyesight. Our biggest concern is his history of dramatic gestures. Our rating, 6. Now, a 6 is an acceptable rating, and I have to agree with the game makers here. His partner, Rosemary Willette, strikes me as being much stronger. However, there are a few things to Matthew's credit. For one thing, his last name, Super. Now, we're hoping that he lives up to this. As we've seen in past, we've had some very successful tributes with gimmicky names, and we hope that this gimmick proves super effective. Now, let's talk about Rosemary Willette, his partner. Here's what the game makers had to say. Rosemary appears to be one of our strongest tributes this year. A career from District 1, she is not only an excellent marksman, but a skilled climber with some of the most adept survival skills we've seen from District 1 in a long time. She has experience surviving the Kenyan zombie scare earlier this year, stands a great chance of survival, and has the favor of the Thunder God. No big deal. We give her a 12! Now, the game makers don't just throw out 12s like willy-nilly or whatever that is. I invented a coin of phrase there. Coin of phrase, just invented that. It's turn of phrase, but we're going to say coin of phrase from now on. Now, as we discussed, Rosemary Willette is by far one of the strongest players in the field this year, and that's going to be to the advantage of her partner, Matthew Super. You see, we have a pair of crossed lovers here. She's going to be trying to keep him alive, and we'll see. Ultimately, I think she's the one to watch. I think she's going to keep him alive as much as possible, but ultimately, he's just going to be a super drag, and he's going to super drag her down. So, Rosemary and Willette, we're excited to see what you can do in that arena. All right, next, we will be talking about the tributes from District 2.